there's an identification sticker, that every passport passing through us will have to have. If you have not done that, please meet the officials downstairs in the registration room so that they can put the sticker for you. Also, if you have not downloaded the Nusuk app, that Nusuk app is very important. Please, let's download the app and sign up so that they would ask you for your international passport number. They would also ask you for your visa number. You have your visa with you. You have your passport number with you. So kindly make use of that information to sign up for it. They would ask you other details, your personal details, like your blood group, emergency contact, and all of that. Please try and fill up these relevant sections of the Nusuk app so that you are up to date. On that same app, if you look at the home page on that app, just scroll down a little bit, you will see a portion where they have Quran, recitation, and all that. If you scroll to the left, you will see more functions that app can do. One of it is that while we are in Medina, the app allows you to see the status of the Masjidun Nabawi, that is the Prophet's Mosque. The parts of it that are filled up, the parts of it that are yet to be filled up, you can see so that you know which area to go. There's even a map. There's a list and then there's a map. The list shows you the various sections of the masjid and whether they are free or they are filled up. Then, further movement, you will then see there's like a tab there where you can now click on to see the floor plan of the masjid itself. And from that floor plan, you can see exactly which areas are already full so that you don't go there and they'll tell you that there's no space. That's for when we are in Medina. So that aspect is there. Let us make use of it. Also, please don't forget that our ihram will be done from the hotel. The bath, everything will be done from the hotel in Medina. So all we just do is we go to this train station already wearing our ihram. The train station will pass by Dhul Hulayfa, which is our miqat, and then we make our intention. Another thing we should note is that the train bookings, the train tickets we are not going in one batch. We'll be going in several batches because you cannot book so many at once. So maybe some will go in 10 minutes, another batch will go like that. But everybody will be received in Mecca and taken to the hotel room, to their hotels. So please take note of that as well. So we are going to make our niyyah on the train. In fact, in some years like that we made use of flights from Medina to Mecca, the intention was made in the air. The pilot would announce we are now flying over Muzdalifah, Dhul Hulayfa, and then you make your intention, and that is it. So questions, inshallah, will have to wait for when Doctor finishes the second part of his own talk. When he finishes that, all our questions have been compiled so that he can answer them at once. So kindly enjoy your meal, and let's wait for everyone to settle down so that we can continue. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. While we were having the last session, another distinguished resource person walked in person of Dr. Dansabo, of the National Hospital. Doctor, are you around? Okay, mashallah. Okay. He's observing table manners. So, also, one of the airlines we are going to use has sent a representative. We have several airlines we're using, Egypt Air. Okay, the manager of ET is here with one of their senior staff. So they are going to have a brief talk with us. For those of you who are holding Ethiopian airline tickets, please pay serious attention. Please pay serious attention. Some of us are on Turkish, some of us are on Egypt Air and other airlines. But for those who are on Ethiopian Airlines, and that seems to be the majority of us, please pay attention. They would, in 5 minutes, tell us what we need to know. We've just asked them now to give us a dedicated desk at the airport for check-in so that there will be like group check-in for those of us that are traveling together on Ethiopian Airlines. And they've said, yes, that can happen. But other things we need to know, luggage allowance, our return leg, which includes a day stopover in Addis Ababa. We need to know how that is going to go. And any other thing we need to know, they are going to come and tell us. So, Ms. Sade, who is the manager of Ethiopian Airlines, is going to come and talk to us now. Please come to the front here. All right. You're welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Sadeh. I'm from Ethiopian Airlines. I am the station manager here in Abuja. First, I would like to say Happy Hajj, and may this Hajj be all the fulfilling of your wishes. So, upon arrival in our airport, there are a few documents that will be asked from our side, aside from us handling the check-in counter separate for you. One of the documents that we'll ask is the valid visa. So we'll check the visa first and including your passports. Most of the time when we are in a hurry, we tend to forget our passport or documents. So please, before you travel, make sure all the documents are there. Apart from that, we will request hotel accommodations and everything is on the with the documents as well. So after our profiling team check the documents, we will then go further to check-in. Upon check-in, what we allow is you'll be allowed to, if you're traveling economy class, we will allow 2 baggage, each 23 kilograms, and 1 hand luggage of 7 kg. So you'll be allowed to have that. Most of the time, our travelers is upon return that they will have more luggages, and the payment will be done there at the airport upon your departure. In your tickets, so I believe you're all going to be traveling on the 28th with Ethiopian Airlines. Upon arriving in Addis, we will be accommodating the hotel for you and also the meal vouchers. Our hotel is fully halal, so there's nothing you need to worry about. Even on your return, the same thing will be provided from our side as well. Any cease requests that you have or meal preparations or any allergy you want us to know ahead of time, please, you can come directly to our office in Silverbird, or you can we have an email which I can give you so that you will send us the request ahead of time so we can arrange all the necessary requirements that you have in addition to your normal traveling. So most of what we'll try to arrange is we'll try to arrange all together, so you will all you all be seated within the same or around the same area. Yeah, so this is pretty much what we have from our side. If you have any questions that you'd like to raise. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, so on our return, I can see that we have almost a 24-hour layover. So is there any arrangement for it? Because usually I know Ethiopian Airlines, the hotels sometimes could be a bit challenging. So is there any better arrangement for that?
Okay. So, like I mentioned before, or when you're transiting via Addis, the hotels will be arranged for you. If you're traveling, when your first departure point, our airport team will be giving you the hotel voucher for their stay in Addis. And upon return, our Jeddah team will also be the one handling. At the same time, if you have any issues, we have a team in Addis, an office called Interline or Transfer team. So they will be also be able to handle the hotel voucher for you as well. At any time, if you have any issues, I will also be at the airport upon your departure. So if you wish to take my phone and if you wish to contact me at any time, I will be available 24 hours until you come back. So I can fully guarantee if you have any issues, just don't hesitate to contact me.
Any other questions, please? So in the absence of further questions, thank you for coming. And I believe Doctor is ready now for the second session. You're welcome. We'll see you in 10 days' time by the grace of God. Okay, more questions. So, inshallah, Doctor will start the second session now. Please let's all pay attention. It's going to be briefer than the first one because we are running out of time. So, please bear with us.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for meeting again to discuss some other issues regarding this, our journey to the Holy Land. The issue of this, the topic of discussion will be a spiritual mindset. The most important aspect on this topic is the issue of intention. Zero your mind that you are going to do this for Allah's sake. And being a journey of getting Jannah, it will not be easy. A pilgrim should expect a test of patience. So the good intention will help you to feel that, yes, I'm doing it for Allah's sake, I'm doing it in order to get Jannah, so you will not feel the pain or whatever comes during the, in the midst of the journey. So good intention matters a lot. Then, number two, we need to be good ambassadors of both religion and our country. We have already, some Nigerians have already given bad name to our country, and that also affects us. Wherever you go with this green passport, you will be looked down by the people in the airport. So in order to retrieve that glory, we as Muslims and as intending pilgrims should show an example by setting of good manners that will show that, yes, we are different and that in Nigeria we still have good people. And in every country there are bad ones and the good ones. But due to the fact that the name, Nigeria has been given a bad name everywhere, and that is why even in the Holy Land, that's how they are looking at us. I can remember what happened in 2000 and I think in 2012, one of Nigerian pilgrims found money, and I mean, that money is very much. So it was, he brought it to me. We took it to where those lost and found are been taken to. When I submitted this money to the people concerned, and he asked me, I told him this is a Nigerian pilgrim that got this money, and he asked me to escort him. He said, Nigeria? MashaAllah. That is to say he's surprised that a Nigerian man will get money and bring it to them. So being a good ambassador, and after that, a lot of people have shown these good characters by finding money and taking it to the. So being a good ambassador of your religion and also ambassador of your country. Whatever you do, it's going to relate to your country. Therefore, please, we should have this in mind. And number 3 is about eventualities. You may not get whatever you want. And at the same time, sometimes you plan, but Allah is the best planner. Whatever is being said, even our two sister agencies have no control of what is going to happen. Sometimes things are going to come their way. You don't have to ask why or what happened. Allah has His own way to test and try you. So please, in case of eventualities or whatever happened, please, we are asking the pilgrims to be patient. And at the same time, patience is the key factor as far as this trip and this journey is concerned. Without patience, you cannot perform Hajj in whatever sense, because it's a journey of trial right from the day one when you are leaving your home. Because we said it's a journey that you have to leave your home and go to another country where you are going to have a change of environment. Everything is going to change. The kind of food you have been eating might change. The where you are sleeping, whatever you think you have. If you go to Holy Land, you see changes. So you need to be patient. And you are coming together with people from different caliber. I mean, different caliber of people are coming together with you. You have to be patient with whatever kind of. Some people are civilized, some are uncivilized, some are rich, some are poor. So all this is to remind the Muslim that we are all equal. So you have to be patient as far as this issue is concerned. You be patient with the other pilgrims and with agency. The Marquis, Concierge, and Finest Travels, we also have to be patient with whatever comes from them, because there are certain things that is beyond their control. I mentioned of the airlines, sometimes you may have a change of date or whatever may happen. So please, you should be patient. Sometimes also the government and their regulations, they may decide to change whatever they think they want to change, and it's beyond your control. I mentioned during the lecture that we are supposed to leave for Mina on 8th. But Saudi authority, after given verdict by the scholars, and due to the crowd, they said, okay, we can start moving in the night of 8. So that is the 7 in the night, we will start going to Muna. So that is beyond their control. They cannot say, no, we are not going. If you refuse to accept their offer of taking you that time, then you have lost. So please, we should be patient with them. And passport control also is beyond their. The moment we reach the Holy Land, the passport control will be in the hands of the Saudi authority, not even the agency itself. So when they ask you, okay, do this, sometimes they will say, I asked for this, it has not been done to me. There are certain things they cannot do for you. So we have to also put it in our mind. At the same time, tents in Muna and Arafat, sometimes you may have some lapses, which is not from their own side. It may be from the authority. I can remember, I think 2023, most of the international were taken far away from. In fact, it's a new district of Muna, even on Third Road. So, yeah, on Third Road. So it's beyond their control. And there's nothing you can do. I think Hajar Rukaya, she called me. I've been trying to locate. I know Muna more than I know Abuja, but that day I was lost, wallahi. I couldn't find where Rukaya is. She called me, okay, did you see this number? Did you see this ball? Did you see this? At the end, I saw that, look, I don't know where you are. So such kind of situation is beyond the control of the agency. So there's nothing the company can do. So please, if there is anything like this, either in the tents of Mona and Arafat, and you may think that, okay, since I'm following this company, we must have a different or a separate tent. They may decide to bring us together. Many companies, just like last year, we were just brought together. You cannot even find who is who there. Everyone is there. So in such a situation, it's not the fault of the company, but rather from the authority. That's how they decide. And sometimes it's one of the wisdom of Hajj, to bring people together. All this company and state and whatever, the arrangement is to simplify the movement of the Hujjaj and also to ease the work that the people are doing. But otherwise, we should be, okay, I should be taken to Indian camps, or some people that even do not even understand my language. But due to the fact that that will be very difficult, and that is why they are setting it into groups and countries and whatever. But sometimes, even in your own country, you may be mixing with one another. If you follow pilgrims last 2 years, I think last 2 years, there was this issue of fighting between the states of who owns this tent. So they will say, I will not go out. No, we are going out. People have started fighting. So in all these situations, we have to be patient. We should know that we come for ibadah, and therefore, please, we need to be patient. At the same time, the hotels, I know the companies have been trying to book our hotels very close to Haram, but we Nigerians, I don't know, what we take to be close or closer to Haram. I think last year, there's the Askant Hotel and the FR, they are the immediate hotel after you leave the Anjum. But some people complained. Okay, if you want, so I remember one of the generals, one of the people, he said, how can you bring me here? I need 5-star hotel. I think Hajia Fadila went, they suffered in getting one room. They said, is it $28,000? He said, okay, I will remain here. So you can see. So please, when you live here, please zero your mind that you are going to feel the comfort of your home. There is no more comfort of your home. Just take it as it comes. Accept whatever comes to you. You are there temporarily for some time for ibadah, and when you are done, you go back home. When you come back home, you do your mulki to your wife or whatever. But here, when you come for ibadah, maybe someone that even cannot be your driver at home can tell you rubbish, and there is nothing you can do. You are here for ibadah. I also remember one of the clients of this company. There was a time we went, I think it was in Medina, Medina. So I think there are 3 in number. One other pilgrim did not get a bed, and he was attached to them. They said no, they cannot allow him to enter that room. For what? They said already we are 3 and we must remain 3. Is it a revelation? It's not a revelation. Okay, now if one of you dies, are you going to be 3? So I told the man, I said, Alhaji, let me ask you, when the messenger came to perform Hajj during his lifetime, was there a hotel? He said, oh, there was no hotel. So is there anything like AC or bed or whatever? So do you think when you were there during the time of the messenger, can you perform this Hajj? Then from there he understood that, yes. I said, this is a temporal something. Even in Medina, we're not staying longer. We are staying just for me a few days, 3 or 2 or 3 days, and we are living. Why don't you want a brother of yours to be with you? The importance of this Hajj is to bring us together. Then later on he accepted. So please, I appeal to our intending pilgrims. I also beg you in the name of Allah, please, whatever comes our way, we should know that we are there temporarily. Even the whole world is temporal. But that journey is the most temporal one. Within 2 weeks, some people you not see them again until on the day of judgment. So why don't you stay, find peace with people. Show this Islamic brotherhood, be your brother's keepers. Even the company that is taking you there is actually, a jihad, so to say. Because I used to tell them that taking someone to London or America may be different from taking someone to Saudi Arabia. Because you are taking this person to the Holy Land to worship Allah. With the good intention that you have, you are going to be rewarded for all the pilgrims that perform that Hajj. So please, whatever comes our way, please let us accept it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there to reward each and every one of us abundantly. With due respect, MC, I want to say, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our Hajjul Mabrur. And may Allah make it easy for us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our ibadah and all our prayers and supplications. May we return home safely. I wish ourselves, Johnny Mercy, safe trip and safe return, inshallah, Rabbul Alameen. So maybe the question and answers comes.
Answers are coming at the tail end, inshallah, to allow people generate questions from the other talks that would happen now. Jazakallah khairan. And thank you so much for that really, really inspiring talk, sir. May Allah reward you abundantly. So, Haji Amina, I'm sure you are ready for us. The Chief Concierge Specialist, Haji Amina Muhammad, is going to now discuss with us Hajj budget, expectations versus reality. Some of those realities, Dr. Kabir just touched on them now. Hajj is a very, very funny one. You would think this is how it will go. Things will go a different way. I don't want to preempt Hajjia. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you all. I welcome you all to this event and to thank you once again for choosing both Marquis, Concierge, and Finest Travel. We don't take that for granted. We really appreciate it because we know you have a lot of choice. So, explaining about the mindset against expectation. Generally, the reason why we do this is for you to be in the right state of mind and to be prepared about what you're expecting so that it does not deter you from being in the spiritual mindset necessary for Hajj. So let's take away the worry of, something as minute as location, expected services. What I'm expecting is different. So we try to clarify. And after my talk, if there are some gray areas, we encourage you to please ask questions. Because one of the, most of us have this principle about my things should be done this way, and if I'm promised this. When it comes to Hajj, we need to shelve all those kind of principles or attitudes because there are a lot of unforeseen circumstances when it comes to Hajj. So just bear in mind that the reason why we're breaking down this explanation is because we want you to have a successful Hajj, free of worry, and you concentrate on spirituality. So we start with the we have about, between the two companies, we have about 5 different packages. We have a basic package that is served by Finest Travel, and then we have the standard package, Standard Plus, 4-star package, and the 5-star package. So for the basic package, there are some things that are not inclusive in the package that maybe should be clarified now so that the clients should understand where their service expectation starts and where it ends. So basically, it's similar, but there's, I don't know, I stand to be corrected by the operation manager of Finance, but I guess the basic package does not have Adaya, and intercity transportation between Medina and Mecca is by bus. So I think that's the basic difference. And the accommodation in Medina is Ajuan Rose, and in Mecca is Sama Al Amani. And these hotels have been chosen with your comfort in mind. So for standard package, it's a 3-star hotel. And we've chosen this hotel with your comfort in mind and so many other considerations like space and so on and so forth, and some logistic ease also. For you to know, the 3-star hotel, by default, are not close to Haram. They are not, they are walking distance, and sometimes because of the nature of Saudi Arabia, the topographies are not flat. So there's some hills, and we just want you to have that mindset to know that it's not an easy walk. It's not a stroll like maybe you come out of your estate and you walk down the paved lines of your estate. There are 2 things that are challenging: the weather and the human traffic. And then maybe you're racing against time, maybe it's close to the Salah time, which we expect you to just plan your movement to Haram. If you want to stay for Zuhur, maybe you can go Zuhur and Asr, you go and just stay for both. Some can even plan to stay till Isha to make it easy. But if you know you have the physical ability to do the shuttle, so you can plan that. So and then I need to touch on the 3-star hotel. In Mecca, unfortunately, what you get in other countries, even in Nigeria, as maybe third world as we are, we get some good services in some hotel, even if it's a 4-star or 3-star hotel. But in Saudi, especially during Hajj, most of the services are not very general hospitality kind of service provision. Like the cleaning of the room, you have to call the cleaners because of security reasons. They want the pilgrims to jointly request for a cleaning services so as not to have issues, because you are cohabiting in a space and maybe you don't even know each other. So they expect everybody to do this request together so that maybe you'll be there when this cleaning is done, or nobody will talk about any theft or things being displayed. And issues of towel, change of bed sheets, you might have to request for that. And sometimes in the 3-star hotels, there are no guarantees, 100% that these things happen. And the space, the diameters of the rooms are pre-approved by Saudi government. So sometimes the pilgrims complain that this room is too tight and everything, but these rooms actually go through inspections before the authorities give them permission for them to accommodate pilgrims. So I think it's measured by diameter of where the pilgrims stay. Even the stay in Mina too is measured that way, that the pilgrims are supposed to stay within these diameters. So we don't have control of space. We just pray that God gives you the patience to be able to cohabit with your roommates and just concentrate on your spirituality. So for the 4-star package, we're using Anjum. I think from the view, you must have seen the hotel for the 3-star. for the standard package, which is this 3-star hostel package. And then the 4-star package, we're using a hotel called Anjum. It's actually a 5-star hotel, but because of it's not on the Haram Courtyard, we are categorizing it as a 4-star hotel. And then the actual 4-star hotel that we used last year, we had an experience which I'll talk about because it was the experience was really bad. The hotel was majorly occupied by Senegalese. So our pilgrims came in there and they saw the way the whole, because they are imposing people, they can be intimidating and they are not very educated. I think some scholars, they are actually scholars, they were not very educated, and then our pilgrims were upset. They said the restaurant, some of the pilgrims were picking food from the buffet with their hands and all that. So we need to let our pilgrims know that we don't really have control of such situation. We don't have control of the people that booked this hotel. But we've moved it higher by choosing Anjum that has multiple bigger hotel. I think they have now 5 towers. So we believe that we are going to have a better experience there. And then the 5-star hotel is Swiss Hotel. The services are top-notch, and inshallah, we hope all the hotels we are offering to our guests will meet your expectations. And please just have the mindset that even the 5-star hotels during Hajj are not seamless. So I'll appreciate if you all have that in mind, and you can always meet the front desk for some assistance. You can always tell us, but please, we don't want your spirituality to be deterred by some little things like accommodation hitches. Okay. So all these hotels have been well chosen, like I said. Another thing of note is dynamics of regulatory bodies and authorities during Hajj. Most of the time, Saudi do not publish their policies before the exercise starts. And that's why every year there's always a different scenario. So what I can assure you is we have the capacity to make decisions, the right decisions on the go to handle any situation that might arise. All we ask you is to be patient, because some of these decisions are made because we want to observe why it's being done, why the policy is being implemented, and how we can make it apply our own solution to make it as seamless as possible for our pilgrims. There's first thing, the regulation of immigration. At arrival, there are different things, different scenarios. You might be used to going to Saudi, and this time around you realize that you're being taken to a different terminal. So during Hajj, there's a terminal called the Hajj terminal. So you might be received there. That might be the place where you'll be directed to, and that is where the immigration process starts. There will be scenarios where your passport will be requested for. We advise, I'll be there, and our team will be there to guide you. We just don't want you to hand over your passport to anybody at the airport. Who would do that? Your passports are being collected so as to document your presence in the kingdom, and that documentation is what will give the kingdom the information that you're already within the city, and your services that has been paid for through the Ministry of Hajj will kickstart. So if we don't collect those passports and is recorded, sometimes you don't have access to those holy sites because there's no record that you're within the kingdom. So that's one of the reasons why those passports are being collected, apart from the fact that is an immigration control also for the risk of flight. Then the issue of timing might be interrupted due to maybe on-the-go policies. Maybe there's a vehicular problem, and then they make a decision to just change the direction, the route, or anything. So that might happen, and you might feel you've been in the bus for close to an hour or two. We just want you to be patient at all time and understand that whatever you're doing, whatever position you are in, during the time that you've made the intention to leave your hotel and you're in the bus and you're on the way to Mina, do not start having panic attack that maybe there's the hold up, you're supposed to be in Mina, it's getting too long. You've taken your intention, you're already done what you can do, so you're already within the prescribed performance of whatever rights you're doing. For now, the buildings, the setting at Mina for the D camp, those in basic and standard package, we've not been presented with how it's going to be, but we've been assured, even by the NACON representative that came, that things will be better this year. We have a new service provider. We don't know what's their plan, but they were chosen because we wanted a difference from what we've been having previously. So we pray and we hope they will do their best. We are going to be assigned service offices. So most of the time, information like timing of movement to Mina, when we're going for the camping, will be given when we have been assigned that office. And usually that happens when we move to Makkah after our stay in Medina. So some information will be coming to you on the go. So we just want you to be patient, and when you receive that information, just have it at the back of your mind that we did not just keep that information, we didn't have it. So when we bring it to you, that is when we got it and when we would implement whatever the government wants us to do. So we start with the stay in Mina for the D camp. It's not close to Jamrat, so there's opportunity of train to the stoning center, but sometimes it's not available. Sometimes they say they close it for Nigerians, or we don't know the policies this year, but those are the things we're going to find out immediately we get our service office on what are the availabilities of these trains and how will the timing of the stoning be and all. And then as for those in Standard Plus and the 4-star package and 5-star package, they will be staying in the tent A Plus, which for the first time is going to be a building. And we've seen it, and I think the video has been played, so that's what we should be expecting, is a room that will have 20 occupants. And everybody is an improvement from the tent A, which used to be just a foldable foam that can be converted into a chair or flattened into a sleeping mat. But we don't know what will be given, but already the cubicles have been assigned, and there's a cabinet, there's a dedicated socket for everybody, so which is a great improvement, and is a building. We hope because it's a building, the toilet facility should be better, and we are going to be there to ensure that service delivery is being done in terms of hygiene and so on. And then at Arafah, we don't know for that tent A plus what is the usual, because this is the first time we're using it. We don't know exactly what the service will be. The service, we expect it to be top-notch, but we don't know what is the location, but we hope it's going to be an improvement from the normal tent A camp. So then our stay in Muzdalifah. So Muzdalifah, I think throughout the period of Hajj is one of the most challenging, I would say, but it can be a time of reflection, because the place is devoid of any comfort. It's just a mat, and then you're just supposed to stay in the open and use it at a time of reflection. And usually you don't expect any comfort there, and then we can't even have access to such comfort. And especially the toilets, which we just hope you're going to be patient about and just take it as an act of ibadah. So I've spoken about the transportation, vehicular issues, and so on and so forth. So for transport from the airports, it's going to be, if permitted, we might have smaller vehicles, But if not, we might be going with a bus from the airport to our hotel. From the hotel to the train station for those in standard and the other 4-star and 5-star package. From the hotel, we'll be going to the Mikat to take our intentions before we proceed to the train station and proceed to Makkah, inshallah. So in Makkah, the transportation will be in small taxis, because initially, previous years, we had opportunities of doing group train bookings, but this year, they canceled without announcement. They just informed us that we should book on the Haramain platform, so there's no group movement for the train from Medina to Mecca. So we'll be picking you up in batches, and we'll be using the station taxis to make it faster, because getting in vehicles from outside and inside can be quite challenging. So to make it seamless and fast, we'll be using taxis at the station to transport you to your various hotels in Mecca. And then the movement to Mina will be with bus, and that's the only allowed transportation for the holy ground. So we can't, even if you want to use smaller vehicle, is not permitted. So I think we've covered that. There's the logistics of the day after leaving Muzdalifah. Usually we go to Mina, which is to Jamrat. Then from Jamrat, proceed to Makkah. So there's no room for buses to park around the Jamrat area to move to Makkah. So usually that plan is not available on the day of the first stoning. There's no transportation available for movement from the Jamrat to Makkah for your first tawaf. So we don't know if there's going to be a new policy this year. We are hoping for it, we are praying for it, and those are the things we're going to start with. Immediately we get the service office to know if this year there's going to be availability of transportation from Jamrat to Makkah. So when we get that information, we'll pass it to you and we'll make the appropriate plan. But we just want you to know that it is not in the logistic plan, because previously it's not available. So for those that don't have the energy to go to Makkah on that day due to lack of transportation, we can advise you to take advantage of doing your tawaf after your stay in Mina. But for those that are strong and that can go, or when we confirm that there will be transportation, then we'll encourage everybody to go to Makkah for their tawaf immediately after they do their first Jamrat. I think for the whole Hajj rites, we've covered everything. From your arrival to your stay in Medina, I think the schedule for the program has been shared to everyone. If you have any clarification, please let us know. And basically, the ziyarah will be in Medina and in Makkah to see some of the holy sites in both cities. Then our departure. For those that are using Ethiopian Airlines, there will be a stopover in Addis, and we hope and we're going to make sure that the Ethiopian Airlines makes the stay in Addis Ababa as seamless as possible, so that you can have a good rest before you come back to Nigeria, inshallah. For those with using other airlines, I think you have direct connection, so there's no need for us to clarify anything regarding that. And please do not forget your documents, and make sure you pack your travel documents from now, and make sure that you pack, barest minimum, so that if you want to shop, you don't have to start buying excess luggage when you're coming back. And I think we're done. Okay. So, as somebody talking about the budget, which basically the reason why these packages are split into these 5 different categories is actually based on the budget. What your budget is attached to the package that you've been able to be booked on. So I hope everybody understands the relationship between your budget and the services you're getting and how it affects your service needs, and how you take it is what is actually important to us, to understand it, to digest it, and not to make too much issues about it, so that it doesn't disrupt you from your main goal of having a successful Hajj. So thank you once again. We appreciate you all, and I wish you all Hajj Mabrur, inshallah.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khairan. That has been the Chief Concierge Office Specialist of Marquis Concierge on behalf of both Marquis and Finest Travels. You've heard some of these realities being discussed. And inshallah, if you look on your program of events for today, Hajia Halima Nagado was supposed to take useful security tips for pilgrims. Unfortunately, she had to dash out of here to go and attend to an emergency. So she will not be taking that talk, but I will be taking that, inshallah. So please just lend me your ears for a brief moment while we go through those aspects. So the whole trip, our Hajj trip, starts from Nigeria. Then we have the transit countries depending on the airline you are traveling on. And then we have Medina first, then Mecca, then Mina, then Arafah, then back to Mina, then Mecca again, then back to Mina, and then back to Mecca before we go to Jeddah for our various flights back to Nigeria or wherever, because some of the pilgrims that are traveling with both companies are not coming from Nigeria. They're actually going to be meeting us over there. So let's talk about Nigeria. Essentially, what we want you to understand are the things that pertain to the security of your own life and your property, as well as making sure that your Hajj is done properly. No matter what happens, the goal should not be forgotten. The goal is a perfect Hajj. And Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that whoever performs an acceptable Hajj, he did not make trouble, she did not make trouble, did not fight anyone, did not do anything illegal. When you return from that Hajj, it's like the day your mother just gave birth to you, which means you are without blemish, no sin. Allah has just wiped your slate clean. What you have to worry about, in Azamusamu, transport, it's taken care of. Where are we going to see food? It's taken care of. Such things. And it's one of the reasons why the packages are considered by especially people who go through the State Pilgrim Welfare Board. They will say it's very expensive. It's because of many of these logistical aspects that make Hajj quite tedious. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala did not make Hajj tedious. He did not intend it to be tedious and told us so himself. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did only one Hajj. He did his tawaf on a camel. Tawaf in the Kaaba. Just imagine the equivalent of it is driving your Jeep around the Kaaba. People will say, Haba. The only reason you can't do that right now is because of the crowd. but he did that on his animal, on his camel. And when he reached the Hajar al-Aswad, he used his stick to touch it and kiss the tip of the stick. He didn't even come down from the camel. So it's supposed to be something that is not so difficult, but logistics, vehicular movement, movement of people has made it really tedious. So let's start with Nigeria. The first thing, and I'm emphasizing this thing a lot because, wallahi, it can make or mar the Hajj arrangement, is time consciousness. Please be time conscious. In operations gone by, we've had to leave some people in the hotel because they would not come down when the bus is supposed to move to the next stop. And then they are calling you in Akuke. So we've moved. No, please come back. How can we come back? The movement to even come back can be so cumbersome that it's impossible. It is you who would find taxi and meet us. Please don't fall into that category of people who would slow everybody down. So why Mukejira? So and so is. No, please don't let that happen. Second one is create a checklist. We have just 10 days before our departure for those on ET. And I don't think anyone else is going later than that. Are there? Do we have people going later than 28th? Okay, there's 29th. So you have between 10 and 11 days to perfect a checklist now. Like what and what I need to do. Create a checklist. You can do it on your phone. You can write it if you are the type that likes to write things physically. Please create that checklist. And then as you pack the right thing, you just tick it off. If you've been getting the updates from the Marquis desk, you would have seen where they've given a list of things that you should take along, essentials. Usually, I like to add yaji to that particular list. Whatever list you have, just add yaji, but don't carry too much. Just carry yaji. I don't know about you, but I'm not particularly fond of food that does not have any pepper in it. And that's what you will get in Saudi if you are going to be in Saudi. So please pack essentials. Anything that can be confiscated from you, like large volume of food, they will think, Abi, you want to go and sell food there? Or even food that is not allowed, please don't pack them. Even from our own airport here, they will start collecting those things. You will see people's yam, palm oil, and stuff. They will just be abandoning them. You bought those things with money, now you can't travel with them, and you cannot give them to somebody to take back. So immigrations they just collect those things from you, and I don't know what they do. Maybe they take them home. Garaba sake, no? So don't just dash immigration your food and other resources. Please be very prudent with what you are carrying along. Travel light. Travel light. I have made it a habit to go on Hajj with just one bag, and that bag can be put in the cabin. I don't want to check in any luggage, because once you check in a luggage, it means you are going to have to wait to claim your luggage later at the carousel. That's extra time you're wasting. And that's where a lot of iskanchi can happen. And please don't put any valuable. Anything like your jewelry, money, phone, laptop, iPad, or any other kind of tablet, please don't put. Don't put inside your checked-in bags. If you do, and they are removed by unscrupulous airport officials, because it is at the point where, once your luggage is checked in, it goes on a conveyor belt. There are some people at the receiving end packing them into small trucks and driving them to the airplane to go and load them into the loading bay inside the aircraft itself. From that point to the other, some of them are not honest people. And this is not about Nigeria. It's done worldwide. There's been documentary on it showing that this happens everywhere in the world, including the United States and UK. You can consider the so-called advanced countries. They are stealing luggage every year. So if you even must check in, please wrap your bags. If you go to the airport, you will see the people doing, there's this wrapping machine. They will wrap it round like that. You have just reduced the chances of somebody tampering with your luggage once you do that. Because if your luggage has zip, it just takes one small pull like this to open any zipped bag. And they will open it wide, take out what they want, and use the zip to go over the open spot again. You will not know someone had opened your bag until you just realize what you are looking for is no longer in the bag. So please let us do that. And please don't give anybody your luggage to hold for you. Don't also hold people's luggages for them. Unless they are your people, you know them personally, and you can vouch for them. Inshallah, I don't think we are traveling with any criminal. I don't believe so. Alhamdulillah, we are all responsible people. But at the same time, you can get to the airport and meet people who would tell you that, please, can I give you this bag to hold? And there's something in it. There was a very unfortunate incident once with someone who is very close to me. This brother got to the airport and someone said, please, I want to go and ease myself. Please, can you hold on to my bag? It was a small bag. So he held on to it and sat on the chair waiting for the flight, only for NDLEA people to surround him at some point. Where's the owner of this bag? He said he went to go and pay. He said, you are the owner. He said, I'm not the owner. And they arrested him. That bag contained drugs. NDLEA had been monitoring the movement of the person with the drugs. And he knew they were after him, so he dropped that bag with this fellow and walked away. It was only through CCTV that Allah rescued him, but he didn't make that trip that day before he was vindicated. So it's a dangerous thing to just say, Akao, let me hold it for you. I want to go and pee. Please carry your bag to where you want to pee. So that's my sincere advice. We've sent you a list of contraband. Things that if you bring into Saudi, there will be problem. When the list was first shared, I remember it did not include DVDs of all these Nollywood movies and so on. People, believe it or not, people carry DVD to Saudi. Yes, they carry DVD with all these Nollywood movies. Then Allah, you are going for Hajj. Why are you doing that? But people do. So if you are part of those who do, please don't. They nearly deported someone again. I just don't want to mention names. But she was nearly deported in a particular year. Said all these things, we don't want them here. And she was to be put on the next flight. It was a narrow miss. She would have been put on the next flight back to Nigeria. Another one which you would consider to be nothing, nutmeg. Nutmeg, the one we use for making chin-chin. Don't carry nutmeg to Saudi Allah, whether it is in whole form or powdered form. Yes. You will just be wondering, like, what? They even have a fatwa against using nutmeg in Saudi. Yes. So I don't want to go into details on that to avoid wasting more time. Please stay with your luggage every time. Once you come out of a bus at the Abuja airport or your car or whatever, as they are loading your luggage into a trolley, stay with that trolley. And please put your identification tags on it. We've given you. Please don't say, I don't like this kind of thing. I don't want anybody to. It's not about what you like this time around. It's about what is practical and what will save you from embarrassment and loss. This is what we want to do. Please, let us stay with our luggage every time, including when we are going to board buses in Saudi. If they are going to load your bag into the bus, I was an official on a particular Hajj trip. I lost a bag with laptop in it. I left my colleague. I said, please watch over this. And I went to go and check whether, because there were like 2-3 people who had not come down from checkout counter. What is going on? So I went upstairs in the hotel, came back. Where's my bag? They said it's been loaded into the car. I did not bother to check because I was trusting my colleague would not mess up. He didn't watch the bag being put into the car. Gone. Forever. So please watch your bag every time. It's not because your fellow travelers will carry it. Some of these people they use for luggage handling over there are not exactly straightforward people. They are humans just like us. Don't believe that because it is Saudi, everybody is holy. They steal just like people steal in Nigeria. So, and I mentioned this, use your ID card and every other means of identification, especially when we are not in Ihram, the neck kerchief. I think both groups have neck kerchiefs that will be given to you. It is for identifying you from the back. You are walking this way. I'm only looking at the back. I don't know your face from looking at the back at your back as you're walking. But once I see our neck kerchief, I can say, Assalamu alaikum, travel agency, and so on. So this is one of the things it's meant to do. And please, your travel documents should be around you. Your passport and visa is now to be printed on paper, unlike before where we had it inside the passport. So please do not forget to put them in a safe place on you. Preferably inside something that is waterproof, like a waterproof pouch, just in case something happens and water pours on them. And in the transit countries that will be, please let us stay with the group. The idea that I want to do some sightseeing, please avoid it. Avoid it. If group is not sightseeing together, please don't go sightseeing. To look for you might be difficult. In a foreign land where English is not their first language, please avoid just going off on your own. Hey, I saw some things over there that I want to check. If you are traveling on your own, it's easier to do that. But when you're traveling with a group, please stay with the group. And those of us on ET, for example, will be traveling together. I'll be with that group. Bismillah, if you are going to go anywhere, please let me know. That Allah, let me know. So like, for example, now you need to use the toilet. Assalamu alaikum, I want to use the toilet. We know you are going to the toilet. And if we don't see you in reasonable time, we know where to come and look for you. This is the whole idea. We'll be doing head counts at every stage. If there were 50 of us on that flight, we want to be sure there are 50 of us moving together. Please let us cooperate with each other. May Allah make our Hajj easy. And the second thing I want to say is please stay with the group. The third thing I want to say is that you should please stay with the group. Yes. I'm emphasizing this thing for very good reasons. So, ET, on our going, it's going to be a very short stopover. It's just 3 hours. On our way back is where we will sleep. We will sleep in Addis Ababa. They've just mentioned it here. They are giving us hotel, inshallah. So we'll take them up on that. We'll do our best to make sure that they fulfill all aspects of that. That's why you have somebody who is traveling with you, at least to represent the company and make sure that your rights are given to you. When we reach Medina, please, again, your valuables, keep them around you. Don't travel with too much cash. If possible, put your money on your cards. Please make sure that you have enough credit on your networks. I know MTN roams easily in Saudi. Whichever network you use right now, they roam in Saudi. But if you cannot roam for whatever reason, you will be able to get a SIM card for the period of the Hajj season. They usually sell them alone or together with a small phone that you would just buy. They are disposable SIMs after Hajj season. And that's one of the reasons why your visa number is important, your passport number, because those are things they use to register you, um, register your SIM. Please check your WhatsApp messages regularly. WhatsApp is the primary means through which we communicate with everybody. So from time to time, we'll send you messages. Don't disable notification except when in Salah. And as soon as Salat is over, please make sure that you can check. Because sometimes you get carried away. Message has been passed that we are leaving at so time. You are checking it after people have left. And maybe they've been calling your number. It has been on Do Not Disturb. You will now put everybody in problem. We don't know where you are. We can't reach you. Now, WhatsApp. Oh, you've sent me another WhatsApp message. MashaAllah. They're always sending WhatsApp message. Wallahi. So, okay. Question for Muzdalifa. You see? Okay. Just be sending them. We'll compile them together for question and answer session. Then, if you are inside your room in the hotel, please don't, and you are alone in that room, there, after the normal lock, which the door has, most hotel room doors also have one chain lock like that. Please don't use it if you are alone in the room. We've had experience in some years like that. This fellow was in the room, and we did not know that he had a health challenge. I think epilepsy or something. So he was in the room, and he was alone, and he had used the chain something. They got to the door knocking. He wouldn't open for his roommates. Salam alaikum. Salam. But somebody is in this room now, and they use the card to open the door, but they can't go in because of that chain at the back. This created a huge mess. So it was until that brother, it would have been until that brother came round from his epileptic attack before they could get inside. So we had to call the hotel. They had to break the door. And this could happen to anyone. Anyone, may Allah forbid that it would happen to one of us. But just in case something happens, that you are helpless to come and open the door, you have not locked yourself in. I hope everyone understands this. Then, we've also mentioned the Nusuk app. I've mentioned that earlier. Nusuk app, please be checking it. Nusuk app will give you the time of Salah. Every time of Salah, it will tell you, if you enable notification, it will give you the time of Salah. And particularly in Medina, it can tell you which parts of the mosque are full and which ones are free, so that you know, okay, instead of going right, let me go towards the left. To enter, you will get space. If you go this way, it's full. So let's make use of such things. However, if you are still in your room, especially in Mecca, and you are hearing Allahu Akbar, you are late to the masjid, unless you don't want to pray in the masjid. Okay. We are going to do Asr prayer, inshallah, before we conclude today's session, because, of course, we had a lot of delays and so on. I'll move faster now. In Mecca, when we are going for tawaf and the sa'i, please try and stay with the group as much as possible. And then, especially for our sisters, avoid going very close to the Hajar al-Aswad. That's where there is a lot of hold up. You will see people, some brothers from other countries and even from Nigeria, some of them are very, very poorly educated about Hajj. They think it is a war. You see them pushing people actively, something that Allah forbade. You see them pushing people actively, and people get wounded. Some people's ihram, men will come off. Something you tied on your waist, now nothing on your waist again. Subhanallah. Yes, we've had occasions when they say, who get this one? They are already pushing him around. He can't even, you can't even go back to pick it. If you try to bend down, they will step on you. And so all of those things, stay within the areas where you are not going to be pressed by other people's bodies a lot. It also means a longer tawaf time. We've been told since the beginning of this month, those of us that are traveling for this Hajj, Marquis has been sending message that you should start walking. People are thinking, but why now? Walking. You will walk tire in Saudi. Maybe you've not been walking before. So please, keep fit. And if you see that walk is now going to destroy your health, it's affecting your health very badly, they rent out wheelchairs. So if you have family member that can push that wheelchair, fine. If there's no family member that can push it, hire a pusher. Yes, they are there. They will push you around. But you will just be on the outer circumference of the Mataf area. That is the area where we do the circumambulation. You will get something like that. Also, in every hotel, keep your valuables on yourself or in a safe. In a safe. Don't just put it in the drawer. We are all Muslims. Subhanallah. Cleaners can clean your room and clean your money along with what they are cleaning. It has happened. So keep your valuables on you. Chain, gold, jewelry, and all these things. And by the way, travel with as little of those things as possible so that it doesn't become a hindrance to you. So many things like that. Also, when we are doing the sa'i, we would try to the best of our abilities to go as groups. But don't push anybody. And stay with the group. I'm insisting on this thing. I'm repeating it time and time again. Please try and stay with the group so that your experience can be seamless. In fact, there are times when, because you are with the group, maybe the dua that you were supposed to make that you had forgotten if you had done it alone, you will be reminded, this is when to make this dua. Make it now. And everybody will make it. Inshallah, we are going with this Hajj guidebook. All of us have a copy, right? So that also helps. Be reviewing these things. Some of these things we've been discussing with you now, we will continue to emphasize on this trip. So may Allah make our Hajj an easy one. I wish there was more time to discuss this. I'm having to give an impromptu talk about security tips for each of us. So I have not been able to cover everything I would have wanted to talk about. But bi'idhnillah, as we go around, as we continue on this trip, we will keep getting these updates, these reminders that will help us achieve what we want to achieve, bi'idhnillah. So right now I'm going to call on Dr. Okay, we said we are going for Asr first. Then we'll come back and Dr. Dansabo will talk to us about the aspects of health. The Healthy Pilgrim is the title of this module. Please don't miss it. Don't say, after Asr, me, I'm going home. Now? Inshallah. So immediately after Asr, we'll converge here. The people selling downstairs, they will still be here after we finish, inshallah. So please don't go and shop at that time. And that's not the time to gist. Just let's go for Asr now. Inshallah, we'll return, and then Dr. Dansabo will talk. After which, we are going to now take all questions, all pending questions, and then Hajia Fadila will give us the vote of thanks on behalf of both companies. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.